Yeah, so the Austrian mint has been ravaged by Omicron, and they have had to shut down. And these are unexpected delays, similar to what we saw in 2020, where with the Canadian mint and the U.S. mint, where orders were placed, money was paid, promises were made, and the mint shuts down. Same thing happened in the U.K. Same but different. They ran out of blanks. Orders were placed, money was paid, promises were made. They ran out of blanks. Sorry, what are you going to do about it? It's look, I read the comments. I know if people think I'm the little boy who cried wolf. I get it. People think I'm just trying to say that physical is hard to get, and yet we still have it to sell. I don't know how much more sincere I can be. I do think it will happen. And all of this happening with a very small sample size of the public invested in precious metals. Look, if we take the Fed at their word and they get tough on inflation and they let rates rise, they're talking over 2%. Look at it as an example with real estate. It's been proven that every 1% rise in interest rates can correlate up to a 10% decrease in housing prices. So you let rates rise to 2%, you see housing prices potentially fall by 20%. And what does that say? Even if it's over 2 years, like they're talking about, what does that say for all the people who just bought new homes at the peak, myself included? Does that mean that we have negative equity in the next 2 years? We're not going anywhere. Anyone who just bought a house isn't going to leave right now. So if you say a 20% haircut in real estate, as an example, this is just a small example. Look at what's happened to the bond market as just over the last week. When you have overvaluations the way that you do, and you start to see corrections, whether they be by Mother Nature or forced by the Fed's hands, you're looking at some fairly significant corrections and some fairly significant moves. If these people realize that they need to take money out of harm's way and move into the physical metals market, it becomes even tougher. And, for the people out there who have metal and have been getting beaten up by their family members, I get it. It hasn't performed the way that we would have thought it would. Alistair McLeod had a great point the other day that if you go back through 2021, there was a large segment of weak-handed people who purchased metal to squeeze the silver market to take advantage of what had happened with GameStop and AMC, and bought it, found out it didn't, they weren't weathered enough in this industry to understand the dynamics of it, and quickly sold, pushing the price down. Now, that was only part of the story, of course, but the point of it simply is that big money is throwing us off the scent with counterintuitive price action and rhetoric. But yet at the same time this happens, we see 70 million ounces delivered off of silver, delivered off of COMEX. And so, since February, and when you see massive amounts of deliveries in gold and silver off the physical markets and acquisition by, big players from, the tech company Palantir all the way up to the big whale on COMEX and central and commercial banks, they don't care about price. In fact, it's almost as if they are thankful that the price has been held down. So this all leads to big money front running, acquisition of metal. And when the realization snaps, if everyone looks to a place to safely put your money, it would be a matter of days before the entire industry has nothing. As it is right now, most of the industry has nothing and is kind of going hand to mouth. And as we get it, it sells out. Look, we ran that special. I don't remember how many Buffalo rounds we had last week. Maybe you do. But we sold out of it in, 2-3 days? What did we have, 40, 50, 60,000?
45,000, I think. Yeah, we got them in 2 days, yeah.
Well, that's the point, is that, we're just one company. And if 40,000 coins sell like that, and now we have to wait till the next batch comes in, well, what happens if the next batch doesn't come in? Kind of like what we're seeing with the Austrian mint. It will come back in, or when is anyone's guess, but this really isn't an event. If you see a global meltdown, precipitated by what? Who knows? Evergrande, raising rates, crashing markets, whatever it is, very quickly you get to panic and the panic buying and an immediate greater realization that you need to protect yourself. So this is where all of this stems from, Dunnigan. And, I know it's a constant theme. It probably gets people probably get tired of hearing it, but as far as I'm concerned, it's something that is on my radar screen continuously and concerns me, and more so every day. And what we see happening in Austria and in the United Kingdom with large shipments being waylaid for whatever reason. It's just more kind of verification that this is indeed the path we're on.
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information. And it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
I have bad news for you. If you're not rich by now, you're screwed. And if you're in debt, you're even double screwed. How so, you might wonder? Well, the sad truth is that you're working your whole life to make someone else rich. The mega corporations, the banks, the politicians, everyone is getting richer. They get your money. And what is even worse, they get your time, they get your life. You are not even in a rat race. You're in a financial prison. But what could a solution for you look like? Honestly, I don't know, but I know what a solution for me would look like. It's very simple. I use whatever money I have and I multiply it with 1,000. This could make my life much easier and probably yours as well. If you have $1,000 available and multiply this with 1,000, I believe that this could solve some financial issue for the one or the other. Of course, if you're ugly, you would have to multiply it with much more than 1,000. My name is Markus Dahn, and this is what I decided to do. I decided to 1000x my money. This is not a joke. I know what you may be thinking. What is this guy talking about? How should this work? This is not possible. Well, I made a detailed video where I laid out my plan. And some clever folks might even want to look at this plan and copy it and do exactly what I do. This is just a little hint on the side. You have two options. You leave, you forget what you have seen. You do whatever you're doing and you hope that somehow you get some other results. Good luck with that. Or you click the link below the video. You enter your email address because I'm not showing this to everybody. You at least watch my video on how I plan to 1000x my money. The choice is yours. Make the right choice. Join me. See what a different future you could have. See at least how I plan to do the 1000x. So click on the link below, enter your email address, and I see you on the other side. Your Markus Dahn.